Oh, hey, I'm live. It's about time. It's been a while. Nobody's here yet. That's fine. I still see a 0. Anyway, so I'm live right now. Let's go over to Hot Mess Monday on Facebook and pop me over there to how are you doing if you're watching the replay? How are you? Leave me a comment down below to let me know where you're watching from or where you're coming from or who you are, what's your name, blah, 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 all that good stuff. Because I really love to know. All right, sharing for Sugar Jones. All right, cool. Here we go, you guys. Happy Hot Mess Monday. It is Monday. I have to check the calendar a lot these days, mostly because we're all coming back so quickly, coming back online to like real life so quickly that so much is happening. So much is happening. Like everybody's going out, everybody's getting invited, everybody's going doing this and that and da. There's so many things to do. I can't really keep track. Hey, Kim. I love that. If anybody wants to say hey, just say hey. So apparently life is coming back and that's all great. I still have my frog throat as usual. So life is normal, but I'm coming to you live, or if you're watching the replay, I'm coming to you from my kitchen. My kitchen was completely destroyed about 2 months ago. I had just come back from this fantastic retreat. And I had completely had this massive life transformation. And I still feel transformed. It's just taking a little bit of a back seat back here while I deal with all of this. Here's something you may not know about me unless you're in my life. I like to have things pretty organized, kind of orderly. I like things to look good. I like things to smell good. I like things to feel good. I've mentioned this before, I like indulging in all the senses. It has to look good, feel good, taste good, smell good, all of it. Right now, my kitchen is a disaster. Hello from Malaysia. Wow, that's pretty far. Haha, cool. Hello from Oceanside, California. Okay, so I wanted to come from here because I wanted you guys to see. Also, I just got out of the shower and I'm letting my hair air dry. Hi, letting your hair air dry actually works, you guys. All right, so I'm going to step up a little, hopefully keep everything inside. I wanted you to see. So when the flood happened, it flooded the entire first floor, and then people came and tore out cabinets, but before they tore out cabinets, they had to take out the stuff that was in the cabinets. And that's all now in all these boxes. I pulled a few things out, some essentials that I thought we would need, but then I realized later that I didn't pull out all the essentials that we need. So there's stuff that I couldn't find. So I couldn't find my blender, my handy dandy blender. And I started looking for, I was going crazy because I was like, I have to have a smoothie. Because the other thing about having this no kitchen thing is that we're eating out a lot. Oh, should have just done my hair. We're eating out a lot. And that's not something I normally do. I eat out, but I don't eat out every meal. And so it was really starting to get to my gut, So I'm I need to get a smoothie. So let's just pull out the blender. Well, my roommate has she has a Vitamix, but I couldn't find her blender canister or whatever. I don't know what it's called. So I couldn't find the thing that goes on top of the base. So I'm okay, well, I'll just look for mine. I know I can use mine. I'll just go through these boxes. I don't know who these people were that packed us up, but basically they took the blender cup, all the other blender cup pieces, or they're somewhere else, and the base, and they put them in 3 separate boxes. Now, I understand if you don't like your job, but why make somebody's life miserable? What is it that Tabitha Brown says? Have a good day. And if you can't, don't go messing up anybody else's. Yeah. I was why the hell did you guys do this? And not only that, but the 2 boxes. So I looked through all these boxes multiple times because I'm I had to have missed it. I had to have missed it because I'd found the cups And I had found, like all the blades, but I hadn't yet found the base, the motor, So I'm like, where is the motor? So I'm out in the kitchen last week. This was like a month ago, probably. So I'm out in the kitchen last week. The garage that is now our kitchen. So I'm out in the garage kitchen, not very sanitary, not good for chopping veggies or anything like that. But I'm out there and I was like, I need a pan now that the stove's back on, because the stove turned back. We got the stove back on last week, about 10 days ago. So we can use the stove again, but we got to come back into the kitchen, back to the garage, whatever. So I'm like, whatever, I just need a pan because I need to make some eggs or something. So I go to open up this box and lo and behold, there's the blender base in one of those boxes. Then also in another one of the boxes, because I needed to find, there wasn't the pan, there was just pots. So I still needed to look for a pan. Then I opened up another box and I saw a ring that I hadn't seen in about a month and a half, 2 months. And I was like, where's that ring? Where's that ring? It was probably sitting in a little dish next to the sink because I took it off to wash dishes. And it was in something inside a pot, inside a box. So they put my ring, instead of setting my ring aside and saying, oh, you have a ring here. Might want to hang on to this. They put it in a box. So it's been slightly frustrating. So there's this test that I used to administer that I'm going to get back to, and I'll talk more about that in the coming weeks. But two of my dominating driving forces are aesthetic sensibility, like I said, things that look good, feel good, taste good, smell good, and creating order. And it has been nothing but chaos here for the last 2 months in the kitchen. And it has really worn me down. And I just came back from that retreat, you guys. I was like, my life's transformed. I am a goddess. And then I come back and this happens. And I'm like, why must a goddess put up with this shit, right? I'm like, okay, well, I still live in this earthly realm, so gotta deal with it. So I'm gonna turn this camera around, try and keep all my stuff in. Whoop, sorry about that. Children, turn this camera around so you can see my beautiful kitchen. Oh, you guys, it's so sad. I wanna cry. Oh, hello, June gloom. It is raining in San Diego right now. Yeah, so that's my kitchen right now. This was the affected area, quote unquote. Even though everything got flooded, they only took out this part. So if we want to wash dishes, which the sink is now on, the sink wasn't on most of the time until about 10 days ago. Sink and stove got turned on 10 days ago. If we want to wash dishes or use the stove, we have to walk across these uneven floors with plastic that, is kind of slippery. So not ideal. Not ideal. Yeah, yay for running water. Yes, absolutely, for sure. But, oh my God. And then I'm just, okay. Trying to stay calm. Anyway, so those are the two things, right? So like I have this thing where like I got to create order and my life has just been in chaos. And I like things to look good. It doesn't look good. And I'm freaking out. But besides all of that, I'm looking at all this stuff in these boxes when I'm trying to find my shit. And I'm just like, I have a lot of stuff I don't use. And I am one of those people, you guys, that constantly is purging. I am like full moons, New Year's, like eclipses. I go through my stuff and I throw things out, but I haven't been in the last few months. And it's because my mind has been here and my mind has been elsewhere on other things. And I haven't really taken the time to get rid of stuff. And so now we're here in this place where we have to now, here's the weird part. In order to take care of the downstairs, they have to completely change the flooring in the entire house, including our rooms, which means we have to move out of our rooms for an undisclosed amount of time yet. We still don't know because my roommate still hasn't chosen a flooring sample. She said she's going to do it today. And once that gets done, then we get a contract, or she gets a contract that tells us exactly the timeline and when we need to move out for the repairs. And we've been told anything from 2 weeks to 6 weeks that we'll need to move out, which means I need to take all my essentials with me. So I need to take like my cleansers, my shampoos, my, the clothes that I wear all the time, my skates, all my skate stuff. My son has to take all of his things. He works locally, so we have to stay in the area. All this stuff to consider, when we're doing all of this. So now I'm like, what are the essentials? And if those are the things I can live with, if these things are all I need for the next 6 weeks, what's all this shit? Like, what the hell am I carrying all this stuff around for? I know it's going to come in handy someday, and I know I'm going to need it someday. Yeah, but like, do I really use or need a lot of the stuff that's in these boxes? And I'll tell you what, as I was going through the boxes looking for that blender, no, there's some stuff I've hung onto that I'm like, even if I do use it, like cake plates, right? This is a thing that hostesses need. And I just love throwing parties, and hostesses need their cake plates. Or they're like, I have this tiered plate thing where like, I'll put fruit and cheese and crackers, whatever. And I don't even like that style of the plates, of the stands, right? Like the stands are like, they're functional, but I don't really like them anymore. They're not really my style. They were my style in, 2003 when I bought them. They're not my style anymore. And I have shifted a lot since 2003. I've shifted a lot since 2010 and 2020 even. Like just since last year, a lot has changed. And I'm still hanging on to stuff, And so I'm like, all right, I got to get rid of this is it, and I don't even want to deal with like putting it on OfferUp or anything else. I just don't want to deal with that. That's just too much mental crap. And I don't want to like have somebody like, just sit there and badger me about a price of something and just it's $5. Just take it. I just don't want to deal with it. So I think I'm just going to Goodwill the crap out of everything, but it's still, I got to go through all these boxes. And then now I've got to go through everything upstairs in my bedroom. And there's a lot of stuff there too. And I purge and purge and purge. But one of the things I've realized in the last 6 months is I dress like a 12-year-old boy. I wear a lot of t-shirts and jeans, and I love my Vans. I'll never get rid of my Vans. And I do love jeans and t-shirts, but I don't need all the t-shirts that I have. I have one t-shirt that's, I don't know. I have like 2 t-shirts that are blogging years old. Like I've had them since 2008, since a conference in 2006, actually, 2006 conference. Whew, long time to be hanging on to a t-shirt. One of them is like nostalgic and I love it and I'll never get rid of it. Actually, both of them are kind of nostalgic. But there are other shirts in that same era that I don't need anymore that I'm hanging on to. There are other tops that every time I put them on and see myself in a picture, I'm like, that's not flattering. Why do you keep wearing it? Why do you keep it around? Well, because so-and-so gave it to me, or because it had nice little stitching on it, or I know I'll wear it under something one day, or maybe I'll get it taken in. No, get rid of it. Let it go, let it go, let it go. I'm not going to sing it. I'm not going to sing it, you guys. But you guys can. Go ahead, sing it. Oh, you sound lovely. The other thing that I keep thinking about is when I start to purge physical things out of my life, I always start thinking about the mental things that I need to purge out of my life. Does anybody else do this? I like to overnoodle everything. I don't know. I'm just that person, right? So I start thinking about like all the stuff that I hang on to, all the people I hang on to, all the just friction in my life that I could just easily let go. Just let it slip away. Just let it. It's okay. You know what? The universe has your back. Universe has got my back. Whatever's going to happen is going to happen. Just let it go. Not going to sing. Not going to sing. But you can. Please do. Air drying. Anyway, if you are just joining me right now, or if you're rewatching, I'm just going to tell you again anyway. So I've had this flood damage. We had to put all of our kitchen stuff in boxes. Now we need to move out for anywhere between 2 to 6 weeks. Who knows? I don't know. This whole thing has just been like, but we have to now move all of our bedroom stuff and our essentials, and we have to take all of our essentials. I feel you on that one, Kim. Just let my daughter go. I got 1 more year and I let my last baby go. Not going to miss that. Family dinners, right? Anyway, so now we have to pack up the bedrooms. and I have to get my essentials for the next 6 weeks. And if anything is non-essential, if there's anything that I don't need to pack up with me on this 6-week, up to 6-week adventure, why am I carrying it around? Same thing with, if there are things in my life that are kind of dragging me down and pulling me back, why am I hanging on to that? Why am I thinking that letting that go isn't going to be refilled with something better? Back when I first came back from that retreat, I did a video about how amazing it felt to let go of, it's sad, bittersweet, to let go of a particular friendship that honestly was really getting to be difficult for me. And I was having to mind a lot of P's and Q's and change a lot of my behaviors and kind of slowly erode, my self-worth for this person, in some ways, in a lot of ways, actually. And for that friendship, right? And I'm like, wait a minute, but I could probably make other friends. I'm that person. I'm the person that can easily make friends. But I was afraid to let go of that friendship because it's just kind of hard to find people that you vibe with. But I was like, you know what? I'm ready. Let's, when it was the Saturn thing, I was like, all right, I'm ready. Let's let this go. Let's see what happens. And since then, I've met some incredible people, some amazing people. And so that was the universe, like immediately saying, we told you, girl, it's all good. We got your back. So now I'm just like kind of in the same place of just like, I've got to let this go and I've got to let that person go and let this and that. And my instinct, and maybe this is your instinct too, is to hold on to that because I'm like, I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what's going to happen. And like little tears start to well up to the back of my head right here, of just like, what's going to happen? What's going to happen? And I keep hearing, Jesus Christ, shut the fuck up. Like, relax. We got it. It's all good. I don't know, your spirit guides, do they look like this to you? But it is all good. And they do have it. And everything will turn out okay. And I woke up today just feeling like, after just thinking about a couple of things and some people, and oh my gosh, and there's my good Jesus, Deanna. Oh, Deanna had a word for me this morning, and it actually came from my spirit guides because I wasn't listening. So they woke her up in the middle of the night and were like, ding, 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 Sugar needs a word. So she passed it on to me and confirmed what I had been thinking all weekend. So, good Lord, if I have a friend like that in my life, the universe definitely has my back, right? Okay. So getting back to, I just woke up this morning thinking, why do you think, there's that biblical phrase that if I can't remember it. It's just like the birds are being fed in the fields and the flowers are being fed and everything's being taken care of. If the creator of the universe, if you believe, if the creator of the universe takes care of something as small as a little bird, they're going to take care of you too. And I just needed that reminder. And so I woke up today thinking, everything's going to be fine. It's okay to let go of stuff that isn't working. It's okay to let go of things that maybe had a memory attached to them. And maybe I'm hanging on to them because of those memories. I don't know. But maybe it's time to let go of those memories. Maybe it's time to just create new memories in a new future. And maybe that's what's happening right now with the coming back to life and, rethinking what we just went through. Everybody wants to go back to normal, but there are a lot of people that are like, what was going on before the pandemic wasn't serving me. And the way I was living and the way I was working and the way I was relating and the things I was doing and eating and, listening to or reading or whatever wasn't feeding my soul. And we spent a year realizing all of that. And a lot of people are just knee-jerk reaction. They just want to go back to what was safe. And as much as that's an inclination for all of us, including me, I think I'm going to just step out in faith and just let some shit go and just know that the universe has my back and that if a little bird gets fed shit, you know, in the middle of a rainstorm, which I did. I saw a bird out there eating. It was another reminder, another like ding, ding, ding. Then I'm going to be okay. And it's okay to let go of stuff and let go of things. And maybe those things not only weren't serving you, but maybe they were reflecting poorly on you. Maybe the people or the job or the activities that you were doing weren't reflecting who you really are. And I always think about that too. In like, there's a, you always hear this saying too, is if you show me who you surround yourself with, I'll show you your future. But it also shows you your character, right? If the 5 people around you are, batshit crazy, unstable, irresponsible, what does that say about you? If the 5 people around you that are closest to you care about others, put other people first, aren't like psychotic. No offense. No, this is not anything about mental health. I mean, just people that are just, there's some people out there, man. Arrogant narcissists, not clinically narcissists, but maybe have narcissistic tendencies. What does that say about you? If the activities that you're doing, if you're constantly sitting at a bar, if you're constantly, doing activities that bring you down or speaking ill of others or, not taking care of yourself or whatever, that says a lot about you. So behaviors to let go of and new behaviors to embrace, people to let go of and new people that are coming to embrace, and stuff to let go of. And new stuff is going to take its place. I'm going to find a new cake plate and it's going to be my current aesthetic. It's going to be what I love. And in about a month, we're going to have a new floor and the kitchen's going to be put back together. And I am going to have all my friends over for brunch. And I can't wait. I'm really excited about that. So what is it, you guys, in your life that you need to purge? Who? What? What do you need to invite into your life? Just know that the universe has got your back, even if it feels like, even if you're scared like me, that you're not really sure what's going to happen. It's all good. All right. I am ready to go blow dry my hair. So just maybe check Instagram later at Sugar Jones when you can see like a selfie that I'll post of it actually blow dry, because I'm vain and I need you to see me looking better than this. But it is Hot Mess Monday, so whatever. All right, guys. Love you. Love you, Kim and Deanna. You guys and Steve. Yes, you guys are like my loyal friends in real life too. And thank you for, I'm never giving you guys up. Sorry. I will never purge you 3 out of my life. All right, you guys. Happy Hot Mess Monday. I will see you next week. Bye-bye.